faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say, don't you say it. Don't say, don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break it. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Passing may not come easy in today's game, as both defenses come in ranked in the top 10 in fewest pass yards allowed. It's the Chiefs going up against the Texans. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former #1 overall pick, also the former Utah Ute. It's Alex Smith.
And when people believe in you, it is amazing what you can accomplish. Many thought Alex Smith's career was pretty much over in San Francisco, but that new regime came in, and he resurrected his career in a big way. Took San Francisco to the NFC Championship game before moving on to Kansas City and playing really well for the Chiefs, too.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. A great, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Smith on first down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is West. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
Well, if you're the team that has the ball, you're loving this series. No matter what you're dialing up, in the air, on the ground, you're getting big-time chunks of yardage. And right now, they've got that defense wobbling.
They'll run again here with West. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Macklin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well. But that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Still 3rd down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Can't find anyone open. This will be caught at about the 3. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
To throw is Bridgewater. And finding Fedorowicz. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talent. receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Marcus Peters is a former first-round pick who has great anticipation and tremendous ball skills.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to loft one. Deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And after a nice game, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at the quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Smith turns and gives to West. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On the ground, it's West again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 7 yards remaining here on third down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, Bridgewater. Complete. Richardson has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They go play action. Bridgewater. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 1 quarter in the books. 14-3. That's our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Stays on his feet. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25.
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They start on the ground with West. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
False start, offense.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now maybe a free play here for Smith. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Smith. That is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Deion Stephon Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will here. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
First down, Bridgewater. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And quickly, they get to the line. Bridgewater. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To the air again with Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Bridgewater again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater as time expires in the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Texans had a great passing game going last week, and it's been more of the same today. The Chiefs are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. 1st and 10. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Texans will end up returning it for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Texans have it at the 42. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Lawson is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Offense on the field now after the pick. The quick pass and completion is made, and this play will go for 6, closing the gap to 4. Texans have it late in the second. Run play coming up here, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. The Texans push their lead to 11.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Chiefs defense here ready to head back out onto the field. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They come out here in the eye. A handoff as they run the counter play. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Bridgewater now on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down. As they run the counter play. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Will Monday now. And the way this offense has moved the until here in the third. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And now they're in the hurry-up. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Bridge. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Paul Richardson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Miller, and he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Let's go. 1st down, Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Bridgewater being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd down, here's Smith. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And look at this, it's a fake. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And when they fake it, maybe they're not looking for a touchdown here, probably just a first down. They got a little more than they bargained for.
Exactly right, because that's all you're aiming for. Pick up the first down, get your offense back on the field. Instead, the offense doesn't have to worry about it because they got 6 on that play.
Now for the point after. Play clock winding down. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this all the way back the other way for 2 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block.
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Smith. He hits West underneath. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Smith.
Now that play will end up on the highlights.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys that they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college. They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
They'll run with Miller, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Caught left side Hopkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Here's Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. Underneath for Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Forward! Dagger! 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 Dagger!
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
He's got it to West on the dump off. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, here's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Second down now after the pass completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Throwing again is Smith. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Smith. And that's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. To the air again, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off of play action, here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a KC 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Now Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 7 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down and 15. Again, Smith. Finding time. He hits West underneath. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Charkandrick West with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Throwing here, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Yeah, I never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen B told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build that? Yeah. Do we own that? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how we feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know what we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
I'm proud to be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Can we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my dead ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. Kick it! Kick it! If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Babe, show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this in all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish? I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Walk up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event and boxing and it has the time to ticking. I've been out here playing my position, I'm about to get it. Now ain't no one about to block my hit cause someday I'm gonna find someone to tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere, somebody that somebody that one day. Alright.